So let's tackle the fourth business function that any CEO must be on top of their game. Their mindset is constantly focused on finance and accounting. These are the financial aspects. The health of any organization, it all comes down to how much revenue and how much profit and losses are you experiencing as an organization. That is the reason why you're in business. And as recruiters, we play such a critical role in this area. And so again, I'm trying to get recruiters to shift their mindset, because it's not just about filling a job. Oh, let me get my 25 fills this year. Let me get my 100 hires this year that I can for the company. That translates into revenue. Really, what would be great to see is if you have 50 hires within your organization, how much revenue were you responsible for bringing in based on 50 hires? Again, for recruiters that are in agencies and work on commissions, they're going to get a little bit more in tuned on the finances side because they are motivated by incentives and bonuses. But when it comes to the financial and accounting arm of a business, of a recruiter's desk, think about all of the technical pieces that we as recruiters have to be aware of. When it comes to interacting with the finance team, we have to understand the structure of any business deal that's going down. So whatever the business is, whatever's coming in, as a recruiter, and again, there's a lot of different ways that businesses operate, again, whether it's a service or product, or even a social media aspect of it, whatever it might be, there is business that's coming in, and as recruiters, it's good to understand the structure of those business deals. Hey, this is a 5-year, $29 million program. We just won, and now we got to staff it up. Hey, we just got a subcontract with X company, and that's going to be worth $10 million for us this year. Hey, we're having a surge in sales, which means we have to hire as much talent as we can this season. So we need to go out and hire 25 retail reps in order to support this surge. Do you see what I'm saying? There's always a business structure, a business deal as far as the finances go in any kind of recruiting support that you're providing. And it's good for you to recognize that. It's not just hey, give me the job requisition, let me fill it and go on to the next. At that point, you become an order taker and you're just delivering on a body. You want to elevate your skill, your craft, and this is why we keep emphasizing a top 1% sort of mindset. So the financial deals, the infrastructure, or the structure of those deals are really important. So with that said, really start to understand your company's revenue and profit. And a lot of times, again, in agencies, if you talk to any agency recruiter, they're going to work off of spread. So spread basically means the margins between the profit and the loss, and so, or the revenue and the profits that you pay out, and so that becomes important too. It becomes important because you'd be so surprised how many recruiters are completely oblivious to how much revenue the company that they work for brings in. Even if they know how much revenue the company they work for brings in, they may not know, hey, this particular business unit brings in 25% of our revenue. This company brings in 50% of our revenue. This one's 5%. Even understanding that part of it, take the time to understand. There's a lot of companies, if you're a publicly traded company, you're a recruiter working for one, be part of the financial updates that you do on a quarterly basis. Become in tune with the finances. If you're a recruiter and you don't ever watch any of the financial TV network shows that are on all day long, shame on you. You should be watching CNBC, Fox Business Network, Wall Street Journal. Read the periodicals, the Fortune magazines, the Daily Digest. Absorb yourself in the business minutia of everything that's involved. You should find the hiring reports that are reported on a monthly basis. How many hires did we have, right? These are really important numbers. And as a recruiter, the more equipped that you are with this knowledge, the more reputable you become as a recruiter. So compensation, salary structures, incentives, bonuses, stock. There's so many pieces within this part of the finance and accounting department that you are responsible for as a recruiter. And so a lot of times you're working with comp teams. You're trying to come up with the best offer that you're going to put forward. You're trying to close deals. There's relocation bonuses, sign-on bonuses, 6-month bonuses, whatever it might be. It can get complicated. It is complicated. There's a lot of moving parts. That's why you are a recruiter and you're good at what you do, because you realize that you can handle all of these pieces of it. You have to be a really good negotiator, because you're negotiating with the candidate, with the potential new employee, and you're negotiating with the hiring managers. This means you're negotiating with the company. You're trying to save money wherever you can as a recruiter. And so a lot of times we're put in a position where we have to hardball, or we're really limited on budget. And so this is a financial component that we are, we really need to be good at. We need to be savvy when it comes to negotiations and the interactions that unfold with that. And then ultimately, anything that you bring into the table as a recruiter, it's all about closing deals. And that means doing a verbal offer, extending a verbal offer, getting a verbal acceptance, and then initiating or executing on an offer letter, a firm offer, a contingent letter, whatever it may be. Ultimately, what you want to do is you want your company to send out an invoice to the customer so they can get paid and bring in revenue. And the more that you can do of that, the more revenue, the more profit margins. And now if you're working for a company and you're diligent about really being fiscally responsible for the organization, and you can actually speak to this stuff, because it's one thing not only know, how complex your organization might be from a financial and accounting perspective, but, really to be able to have some really high level discussions and be able to articulate numbers at a C-level standpoint. That is top 1% status. That is ultimately what we're looking for you to do. We're looking for you to partner up with your financial and your accounting team, understand these complex components when it comes to the finances of your company.